that it might have the strongest potential heading into the next altcoin run that we expect to be coming because of its role in converging TradFi with DeFi.
Most altcoins rely on hype and short-term liquidity, while the on-chain primary market emphasize value creation and consensus building. How do these two models fundamentally differ in capital formation? And this is the second question. I want to ask, like Michael, are you there? How do you think
Yes.
of this question?
Yeah, I want to start with an analogy for this one. So you're asking between the fundamental difference between chain primary market and then the altcoins. I think in crypto, reaching the top 100 CMC has become something like achieving the unicorn status in traditional business. That's a good way to think about it, and it's a visible marker of scale, traction, and investor confidence. It's not the ultimate goal, but I like to use that as a benchmark because it's a clear and simple milestone that every investor and project can relate to know that they've broken through the noise. Um, I think that every altcoin's journey to that level of success depends on which sector it's currently in. So the DeFi protocols will chase the liquidity and the composability, and the infrastructure tokens focus more on developer adoption, and the social and gaming tokens fight for the user engagement. So each has its own metric of success. And the fundamental difference between the capital formation, as you put it, is that altcoins will trade capital while the on-chain primary market builds it. And they're both needed and required. So um, now hype and liquidity do play their part, and they're kind of like the fuel that gets the rocket off the ground. So using Allinx as an example, we got listed on a top 100 exchange of CoinMarketCap recently, and that gave us the fuel for visibility and liquidity. But our focus has to always remain on building the real on-chain utility through the RWA integration or through a sustainable on-chain economy. And this is what matters to us most. So without a solid ship, meaning strong fundamentals, genuine use case, and a committed community, that fuel won't last. So sustainable success comes from having both. So you're going to need the fuel for the acceleration, and you're going to need a vessel designed to go the distance. And so this is what I think investors should have to keep in mind during this current market shift that we're going through.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very inspiring, I should say. I think, most altcoins, we cannot say, they are rely on hype and short-term liquidity. It's just like now RWA, showing off. And I believe in the future, maybe altcoins can find out a way to join the real world to, we can really use them. And of course, the platforms are very important. No matter our platform or Michael's platform or Patrick's platform, we need to build together. We need to build. We need to push this journey going on. So I'm kind of positive about it. So let's go to another question. It's about retail investors once chased meme coins for quick profits, but now projects like Symbol Protocol and like your project and are redefining access to early stage opportunities. How can builders and users fairly participate in this new market circle? I would like to know. I would like to know about from Michael about about your project, about your platform. Do you have
Mhm.
any strategy to participate in this
Mhm.
big change?
Yeah, the reason this is happening is because retail investors are maturing, right? So that's one of the most important shift I'd say has been happening this cycle. Is many investors entered the market during the 2017 or the 2021 bull runs, and the 2017 bull run is almost a decade old. So that same generation has gained experience. They've lived through hype cycles, crashes, and recoveries, And they now understand that the true wealth in crypto comes from consistency and sustainability and compounding returns. So there's a bit less of that chasing happening. And this growing maturity is reshaping how both builders and users engage with opportunities. Instead of speculation driven plays, the focus is shifting towards on chain primary markets and transparent, permissionless environments where anyone can participate early and fairly. So projects like yours and projects like Allinx and like Patrick's are redefining, what fair access means by giving users on-chain participation in the earlier stage opportunities, and we think that's super important. This aligns perfectly with the rise of real-world assets, and what we're witnessing right now uh, is the infrastructure phase of RWA. So I'm talking for our personal market that we're in, where critical building blocks like asset verification systems, escrow mechanisms, oracles are all being developed to protect the early investors while connecting TradFi to DeFi. So once that infrastructure matures, it won't just be a narrative anymore, but it will become a cornerstone of the ecosystem. That's for our side personally, and I'm really curious to know what the other speakers think about this.
Let's go to the last question. And this question, I think, is very open-minded. It's like if the future alpha shifts from speculation, like altcoins, to participation, like on-chain primary market, like meme coins, what role will Symbol Protocol, or we can say, what role will your project play in bridging liquidity, projects, and the community consensus? And this is a pretty big question, I think, and I'm very curious about what will All in X will do in the future. Michael, would you like to tell us about it?
Yeah,
About that?
yeah, sure. Yes. If this happens, then the winning projects would be the ones that turn liquidity into productive ownership. And that's exactly where All in X comes in. So we're building the bridge between liquidity, projects, and community consensus by tokenizing institutional grade assets through our MSB license in the US. And that's giving liquidity providers access to real, verifiable investments opportunities on chain. So this is the first steps towards aligning the traditional asset securities with the Web3 accessibility, which makes us a CD5 platform. Our mission is to make Allinx the #1 destination for Web3 users to diversify into real world asset opportunities. And that goes from bonds to real estate to intellectual properties, equities, and more. So, all through an intuitive user first platform is really where we focus at. I believe that as this on chain primary market matures, Web3 investors' wallets will evolve alongside. So I think people will no longer just hold tokens and coins, but real world assets are going to become, more part of these wallets, and they'll generate sustainable yields and bridge that gap between TradFi and DeFi. So in that sense, Allinx isn't just bridging the liquidity, it's bridging the economies, and we're transforming participation into ownership and redefining what it means to earn alpha in the next era of on-chain finance.
Cool. We are looking forward to what future alpha shifts. We believe the community will be the crucial one, the consensus. So the consensus creates this crypto world. So we believe in the future these fundamental infrastructures will bring more value to the market, no matter how the market change, how the alpha change. Maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, altcoins are very popular, and nowadays we can see meme coins, first market, the primary market, and in the future maybe it's RWA, it's like tokenization. But no matter what kind of change it is, the future belong to community, and we are bring value to community, so we always win. Okay, so thank you for everyone's participation. how time fly. It's time to say goodbye. We are so happy that you guys share your wonderful insights here, and we are looking forward to next journey together in another AMA. So thank you very much, and we are ready to say goodbye, and hope everybody doing great, and hope we can collaborate in more places. Thank you guys, and bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you, and thank you to all the speakers and listeners.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye 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 bye.
And thank
nice one.
you, and thanks for the audience. Okay, so bye.